Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, Alex. Well, what a joy to be here. And indeed, every day I wake up with a sense of joy and wonderment that the people of London have done me the honour of electing me their mayor. And I know that there are many millions of Londoners who wake up with a similar sense of wonderment, at least. And at any rate, I want to pay tribute tonight to everybody at Altitude who had a part, and they had a very significant part, in hauling me to the dizzying eminence I currently occupy in London politics. And I feel like some incompetent German alpinist who's really been propelled to the summit by the superior skills of many people and generosity of many people here in this room. I'm grateful to you, and of course I hope that some of the things we've been able to do so far in City Hall have met your approval. We've banned alcohol, not tonight obviously, but on the tube, on the buses, on the trams, on the Docklands Light Railway. We put more people on uniform on the buses than at any time in the last 30 years, and I think Londoners have deserved it. We have inaugurated the first air-conditioned tube, which will come in, not this year, I have to admit, but shortly, for the first time in 153 years. We have scrapped ludicrous Livingstonian proposals, Livingstonian inventions such as the Londoner newspaper, saving millions of pounds, and we have invested it in thousands and thousands of trees, which we are planting across London. We are beautifying green space. We are making the place safer, and I'm proud to say that we have frozen the council tax for this year. And indeed, it's my intention to freeze it in the future. And my job generally is to make this place attractive for people to come, to live in, and invest in from around the world. And I'm grateful to Altitude in these difficult times, in these dark days when Gordon Brown is being hailed as a kind of superhero for sort of helping to put out the fire he started himself. And when people are worried about the downturn in the economy, and I read it in the Evening Standard about the bankers falling like shares from the ledges of their buildings, I want to say how grateful I am to Altitude for the vote of confidence they've shown in London. They have doubled, you're about to double, the number of degrees you have. Am I not right in thinking you've doubled the number of degrees you offer? In fact, there hasn't been such a proliferation of degrees since John Major converted the polytechnics into universities, and I congratulate you on that. There's a joke there somewhere. And it's a wonderful vote of confidence in London. And what it shows is if we get things right in this city, and we don't launch punitive regulatory raids on the wealth creators in London, and we don't victimise those in the financial services industry who have brought so much wealth to this city, as some people propose that we do, which I think would be profoundly mistaken, since, after all, it still generates 9% of UK GDP, the City of London, 13% of value added. For heaven's sake, let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater. If we get things right, if we make sure that we invest not just in the expansion of Altitude, which I congratulate you on, as I've said, but also in even bigger infrastructure projects such as Crossrail, yes, the upgrading of the tube, the fantastic Thames Tideway Tunnel. Are you familiar with the Thames Tideway Tunnel? You should be. It deserves to have wider penetration into public consciousness, the Thames Tideway Tunnel. It is a vast cloaca maxima that will go underneath what geographers call the Talweg of the Thames, all the way through the city to the sea, thereby dealing for the first time with the unmentionable problem of what happens when the basal jet interceptors overflow. It is a vast tunnel with a colossal bore. I'm a colossal bore on the subject of Crossrail, but this bore is even bigger. And it offers the prospect in difficult times. If you take these projects together and you look at Crossrail, the upgrading of the tube, the Olympics, the Thames Tideway Tunnel, you see real regeneration for London, offering jobs and growth now, and of course making our great city more competitive in the future. And if we get these things right, if we protect the financial sector and the wealth creators from the punitive raids of the banker bashers, and if we continue to invest, and if we support wonderful organizations like Altitude, which have shown their confidence in this city by doubling, as I say, the number of degrees they offer for you to view, then I believe, ladies and gentlemen, that we can be absolutely confident that from this amazing panorama, we will have a view of a city that will be greater still in the future. Thank you very much for coming along, and I think I now have to do I now have to tug the chain and launch the. Ladies and gentlemen, you pay attention. On the stroke of 3, I'm going to declare this concept open. 1, 2, 3. Whoa.